So I've just finished what was supposed to be an easy run, but when the sun comes out in Hawke's Bay, it's almost impossible to have an easy run. It's already by 9 AM today, it's already over 20 degrees Celsius, and we have a really poor ozone layer over here, so the sun damage is amplified. So yeah, anyway, it was a fun run. 2 kilometers flat to my local hill, did a couple loops of the local hill, and so from there ran out around down the beach line, around the port, up to the pond. Pond was flooded, so I had to bail on that and basically turn around, ran back home. It was a total of 14 kilometers, and the heart rate was quite high due to the heat. But that's all good. Heat adaptations are really good on the cardiovascular system. And I've also noticed, just looking at this footage that I've been taking over this week during my runs, and really having a newfound appreciation of the beauty of my town, the town that I've grown up and lived in all my life. Really is a beautiful place. And I used to have the opinion, which a lot of people I know share in this town, which is that this is a horrible town and people always wanting to move away. But I've found, as I've changed my lifestyle and focused more on health and bettering relationship with my partner and my family, and really just focusing on the good things in life, that whole perspective has changed over the last few years, and I really love it here. So it's just a reminder to myself and anyone watching that you can change the perspective you have on the world by changing the world within yourself, and really just focusing on being happier and healthier in as many ways as you possibly can, and searching for long-term fulfillment as opposed to those satisfying short-term desires, because they can only get you so far. Short-term desires are great, you know, having treats, you know, things that will satisfy cravings. They're good in little bursts, but it's really about those long-term gratifying things like healthy relationships, taking care of your body, those things that truly matter and truly shape our world. So just got back from a 5 kilometer run. So this morning was the 14 kilometer run, and tonight, or this afternoon's goal was to go roughly around 75 to 80% effort, and I wasn't really expecting much because of how difficult the 14k run was this morning in the heat, but I managed a 19:52, so sub 4 minute per kilometer average, which I'm really happy about, considering I've really not done much speed work this year at all, which was a mistake on my part. But nevertheless, I've been trying to build up more weekly mileage and also more hill strength in the legs around hills. So I assume there's been some carryover effect from the hill runs. So yeah, happy with that. 19 kilometers total today. I'm taking 2 days rest off running before the weekend, just because I'm still semi-recovering from the illness and really don't want to go backwards. So with that being said, now show some strength and conditioning footage. I'm just going to talk very briefly about my approach to strength and conditioning, and basically how it supplements my running. And the main goal in overall is to have the most efficient power to weight ratio. That's my overall goal. Years ago, most of my training was bodybuilding and powerlifting and calisthenics. I basically did no running at all, and I was about 10 kilograms heavier than what I am now. So it's been a very slow transitional process, and I actually made a video about it, about my transition to endurance sports, about over a 6-year period. So if you want to check that out on my channel, I'd highly appreciate it. But anyway, so yeah, power to weight ratio is my goal. Running is the main focus, but then if I break down the other categories, I'm basically focusing on climbing strength. This can be for example, rock climbing sort of strength, and just overall body control when climbing on different grips, different terrains, whether it's rocks, trees, swinging on monkey bars, things like that that are going to complement the obstacle training. And then there's obviously power needed in the legs to jump over objects, to ascend the different obstacles on the obstacle course. There's carrying and lifting heavy objects, and most of this training is more geared around power and strength as opposed to hypertrophy. So I'm trying to avoid putting on any extra muscle, and this is going to keep my overall body weight at a minimum, keep me light and lean, and have great power to weight ratio. So that's basically my training in a nutshell. I'll probably go into much more detail in future videos, but that's just a very, very brief general overview of my approach to training.